Hello everyone. Today we'll be learning about angle relationships in circles. So the first theorem that we're going to talk about is the tangent and intersected chord theorem. And that tells us if a tangent and a chord intersect at a point on a circle, then the measure of each angle formed is half the measure of its intercepted arc. So this is really similar to what we did last time, except we didn't have this tangent line here, but we're still going to be seeing the same thing. So we see, for instance, in this picture here, the angle 1 is going to equal to half the measure of arc AB, because that's its intercepted arc. And we're going to see that the measure of angle 2 is going to be equal to half the measure of its intercepted arc, which is ACB. And you can always do it vice versa as well. So maybe you're given the arc first. That would mean that measure of AB is equal to 2 times measure of angle 1. And this would translate to being that measure of arc ACB is equal to 2 times the measure of angle 2. So let's go through some examples of using that. So first I want to find the measure of angle 1. And I know that its intercepted arc AB is equal to 130 degrees. And so we see from our theorem here, since we're given the arc, we know the arc is going to be twice the measure of the angle formed. So that means that the measure of angle 1 is going to be half the measure of that intercepted arc, so half of measure of arc AB. So half of 130. And so we get the measure of angle 1 is equal to 65 degrees. Okay, for number 2, now we want to find the measure of the arc. So we're going to be using this second equation instead. And so here I am given the angle formed, so 125 degrees, but I want to find the measure of the intercepted arc, which is KJL. Well, I know that the measure of arc KJL is going to be twice the measure of that angle, so 2 times 125. And when I multiply 2 times 125, I get 150 degrees. Okay, looking at number 3, I want to find the measure of angle 1. And so again, here I have my intercepted arc, which is 210. And I know the measure of angle 1 is going to equal to half of that intercepted arc, so half of 210. And so when I divide that by 2, I get 105 degrees. Now number 4 is a little bit different. Here I want to find the measure of XZY. And so I have this angle here, 80 degrees. However, its intercepted arc is just XY, not XZY. But I do know that all of the arcs in a circle add up to 360. So I can first find the measure of XY, which I know is going to be twice the measure of that angle, so 2 times 80 to get 160. And so then to find the measure of XZY, I just need to take 360 minus 160. And I get that this is going to be equal to 200 degrees.